Well, hello everybody. Welcome to FRAK 2026. Wait, what? FRAK 2026. FRAK 2026 is here. Got some really exciting news to talk about. With me today is Meredith Dennis, who is the owner, operator, candle torch carrier of all things FRAK. And I'm just super excited because FRAK continues to grow and go, and it's in Meredith's hands, and we got so much good stuff to share. So when I say welcome to FRAK 2026, I hope those of you who have been here before are like, man, the last 3 years was great. Now we're just going to go better and better. That's what we're here to do. Meredith, first of all, congratulations on taking the reins.
Thank you so much. I'm thrilled. I can't wait. Can't wait. It's going to be a lot of
Does,
fun.
does it feel like a baton handoff?
It does. It does. Like it feels like really there's been this like formal transition, which is really great.
Yeah.
And I love everything about what FRAC stands for, and I'm
Yeah.
so excited to be able to carry on all of the wonderful work that's been done in the past and the foundation, just keep building on the tremendous foundation that's in place.
Oh
So
my
it's going
gosh.
to be awesome.
For years, one of the most recurring themes with FRAK as an event, and I think fractional overall, and you would certainly be able to know this too, is it's tribal, right? It's not just a job, it's not just a role. You're among your people. It's a tribe. These are, I don't know what it is, but it's just deeper. The connection of humanity with FRAK. FRAK gives us the opportunity to sort of pull all that together, and that's one of the best things about
It
it. That's one of
is.
the best things about being fractional.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the sense of community that we
Yeah.
have as this professional
Hmm.
group, I think is really, really special. I think
Hmm.
it's really unique, it's really special, and it's something that we all feel, and that's why we think it's so important, right?
Hmm.
But
Yep.
I think that the piece that you hinted at is the most critical part, is the humanity element, the people part of this.
Hmm.
We're in such a technology revolution right now, and such a
Yeah.
professional and economic revolution right now, that the
Hmm.
human element of all of this is still the epicenter.
Yeah.
And that is, I think that is a uniquely important part of what FRAC is and has been and will continue to be.
Absolutely. And AI is accelerating our need to be humans again.
I remember having a conversation with somebody less than 2 months after ChatGPT first dropped to the public. And I remember having in that moment, I said, great, we have another powerful tool in our tool belt.
Mhm.
Ultimately, it's going to be how we as smart, talented humans choose to use it and work with it.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely. Right.
and
Absolutely.
that's just continuing to be reinforced over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah. And here you are. Here we are. And for those of you watching, I still have my sash. I maintain my sash. Uh,
Absolutely.
John's not going anywhere. I will be at every minute of every frac that ever exists, because you're all very important to me, and Meredith's now very important to me, and hopefully I'm important to you, and the movement in general. So that's kind of what's exciting is like every great idea, it grows and evolves. Meredith, do you want to talk a little bit about what's going to happen? Just a little. You don't have to give the whole secrets away, but just a little, like what's happening this year, and your wonderful vision on carrying FRAK forward.
Yeah, yeah. So just the teaser, right? I'm gonna
Just
give
a
you like
teaser,
The
right?
Hollywood teaser so that you stay tuned.
Exactly, exactly.
I'm very, very excited to announce that we will be having FRAC 2026 happening again in the fall. So on the same schedule that everybody is familiar with, this has always sort of happened in the fall timeframe. So we are going to live up to that commitment as well. So make sure you're marking your calendars for like that last week of October of 2026.
Hmm.
Make sure you pencil in a
Hmm.
few days to block off for yourself and join
Hmm.
us in the Phoenix, Arizona area.
Hmm. Hmm.
The October timeframe is a beautiful time of year to be here. If you can, plan to bring your families with you. There's so many great activities to take advantage of. But I want you to pencil in, marking your calendars for that last week of October in the Phoenix, Arizona area.
Yeah.
And we will be continuing to bring in high caliber speakers. We're going to have some great workshop experiences. We're just going to continue to do more of what you've seen in the past and continue to build on it. And I'm super excited for everybody to be here and see it.
I've been to Phoenix a few times, and of course I'll be there this fall. I've never hiked the Camelbacks, but I'm told I need to. So for those of you coming, let's go hike the Camelbacks together.
There you go.
Before or after?
I will give you the rundown on it. I've done it.
Okay.
So
You've
I
done
can
it?
give you some
Okay.
tips and tricks.
Yeah.
And we'll have a post
An
frac
excursion.
hike group. We'll go
There we
out.
go.
We'll plan it ahead of time, and that way everybody can have a safe, fun, enjoyable experience.
Let's say fun, great time. You know, it's Phoenix is such a great place. It's what a wonderful place, by the way, to have it to. I will tell you, 3 years in Minneapolis at the end of October, which have been lucky because those of us who come from the Midwest, the end of October can be great, and it is great, and it's beautiful, and there's colors, but you can also get 3 feet of snow.
You can.
So
You absolutely
we've-
can.
You can. And we've been thinking about that these last few years, like, when's our luck gonna run out on
Right.
the weather? And then Meredith and I got connected, and this whole thing started to move forward in such a wonderful way. And I'm like, the timing is fantastic. I think Mother Nature was going to deliver us a punch in the eye weather-wise. So, if nothing else, right? If nothing else, we move this. But you've talked about, do you want to talk about Vision Beyond even this fall? And yeah.
Yeah, I would love to. So I think I think these are some of the fun conversations that we've had before, right? About what
Yeah.
does this look like over time?
Yeah.
And I really, our sort of vision and mission is to make this bigger and better every year. I can absolutely see this being something that we have sort of a West Coast and an East Coast experience. But I think having, something on the East Coast and something on the West Coast to serve these different populations and make it accessible for as many people as possible is really important. So that's something you're going to hear me talk about repeatedly is how these FRAK events and experiences can become more and more accessible to more and more people. That's the first.
Super important, right?
Yeah.
FRAK is global, Fractional is global.
Absolutely.
The lead, it's sort of like there's a lot of us who just kind of lead the movement, but I don't know why, but Singapore is a big market for Fractional. Auckland, New Zealand, Cincinnati, Ohio, Phoenix, Arizona, San Francisco, Boston. Like, there's all these wonderful little hotbeds, and I'm so grateful and glad that you've got a line of sight on that and want to go meet the people where they are.
100%. 100%. I think that's the thing that we've seen evolve in our course of work, and why that sense of community is so important for us is when we as brain trusts get in a room together, it's kind of magical what we are able to come up with, what we're able to collaborate on, and the connections we're able to make, right? I think that's one thing that's really unique in the fractional space is we bring each other work all the time.
And
we're happy
That's
to
the
do
model.
it.
Yep. That's
and
the
it's
model.
a beautiful thing.
Yep.
These in-person connection opportunities are only going to foster more of that. It's also going to foster more opportunities for us to learn and get better ourselves in our professional areas, right? I've served as a fractional CMO for the better part of the last 6 or 7 years, and I get a ton of value from partnering with fractional CFOs, right? There's a real marriage of those talents and the importance to a small business. And so I love seeing those sorts of things grow out of these in-person experiences that we can curate.
We have to do it. Like, we have to do it. Our industry, our fractional industry relies on it. So you opened up a little bit of a door there. I was going to ask you a little bit. A lot of people know who I am to fractional and what I do because of the FRAK and all of that. Let's open up the hood a little bit. Share a little bit up for people who haven't met you and all the wonderful energy they're already feeling. What's behind the door there, Meredith?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for asking. As I mentioned, I've been serving as a fractional CMO. So I focus in marketing and growth. And I do that with startup and small, medium-sized businesses, specifically in regulated B2B industries. So really complicated, really complex spaces to often operate in. And my whole concept is, how do we simplify it, quiet the noise, and put things in place that are actually doable? I have spent my entire 22 plus year career in marketing and sales. And I kept seeing the same problem over and over and over, where we were sort of beating our heads against the wall in chasing numbers on spreadsheets and going after some metric or target somewhere that really nobody could explain why or how.
Ambiguity.
Right? Exactly. And so I really try to focus on, okay, well, first and foremost, are we doing the right things for the right reasons? Are we keeping our customers at the center of that work? And ultimately, are we doing the right sets of tactics? because we'd start chasing stuff all over the place. It's like, well, time out. Like, we could be doing 3 things really well instead of
Yeah.
35 things really poorly.
Yeah. Yeah. What do they say?
Um,
If you have more than 3 goals, you don't have any. I've heard that
you have
before.
none. You can't focus on them at all.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's what I've spent the better part of my time doing, is helping these organizations really like cut through all that noise, clear the decks a
Mhm.
little bit, and get
Mhm.
clear on what matters so that they can build a plan that actually works for them long term. And hopefully they move on to needing a full-time
Mhm.
support
If that ever
system, or they have
happens,
a yeah.
if that ever happens, and I know the speakers you're going to have, and what we talk about is AI doing what it's doing, it's making the independent practitioner in all areas incredibly effective and efficient. And I start with effective there. AI is great for fractionals. It's fantastic. It's like having 1,000 Einsteins at your elbow. And so it's anybody's guess what the future of work looks like.
Yeah.
But fractional is a huge part of it. Did you know that we've grown, what was it, 90% as an industry since
It's
2020?
astronomical. It's
Yeah.
astronomical,
Yeah.
which is exciting
Yep.
and also creates a little bit of chaos for us,
Yeah.
which,
Right.
create chaos breeds opportunity in a lot of cases.
Mhm. Yep.
And I think one of the things that we're continuing to see
Mhm.
is, and these are conversations I've had with companies that have considered hiring me, is
Mhm.
what AI skill sets or tools do you bring to bear? Like, what have you built? Or what have
Yep.
you worked with? I
That's
see
it.
that, I see that being a continued ecosystem. Is it's you,
Mhm.
your talents, your smarts, your energy, but
Mhm.
also what have you built to bring along with you? Or what have you
Mhm.
developed? Or what systems
Mhm.
and frameworks have you battle
Mhm.
tested so that they
Yeah.
don't have to?
Why should they? Right? Well, I mean, the great thing about being independent and free and fractional is we don't have any restrictions on the tools we want to try or the areas that we want to pursue. Like there isn't some, well, you better run that up the flagpole. You better go ask somebody. There's no permission required. And I think a lot of us, we have I guess the people who race cars would say we have a pole position on that. We're so advanced in that area. And of course, we bring that benefit to our own business and to ourselves. I want to ask a little bit about, because relationships and community are everything, they are, and that's obviously so important to you and how you want to take fractional forward. Do you foresee either this year or in the future hmm, a digital access point for FRAK beyond the event? Do you foresee like either podcasts from there or some live streaming, or or what, something, a community that's digital that's around all year? What, any thoughts around that?
Yeah, the short answer is yes, and
Oh,
um,
nice.
yes.
Let's
So
say more.
yes, I know exactly. Like, I'm going to give you another little tiny teaser. I got to keep
Yeah,
coming
that's right.
back.
Yeah. Right, right, right.
So yes, so there's a few things that we're thinking about. Again, going back to what we were saying earlier around access,
Mm,
and making sure that this growing community of fractionals has the right kind of access, not only to each other, but
mhm,
to
mhm.
those resources. So
Nice.
yes, certainly an eye to some digital communities and virtual
Mm,
connection points and opportunities, and also to, what do we do post event, right? We've all had these experiences where you go to a conference or you go to an event, you're
mm.
jazzed, you're inspired, you're excited, you
Right.
can't wait to do all of these great things. Then you go home, you go back to your day to day, and usually within about 12 hours, you're like, well, too bad for that, right?
See you next
So
year.
yeah, so we're
Yeah.
really investing in wanting to make sure that that stickiness post event and all that
Yeah.
value and enthusiasm is retained when you do
Yeah.
go home.
Yeah.
And so
That's
yes,
so
there's
beautiful.
a lot of things on the table for how do we make not just the one-time event a really great experience for everybody,
Hmm.
but how do we
Hmm.
make sure that it's a recurring theme over time and you just can't wait to get to the next event?
Yeah. Yeah. It's so important. And oftentimes for the last several years with FRAC, people say this is sort of like Coachella for professionals, right? It's loose, it's free, there's relationships. It
Yeah.
doesn't get crazy. Nobody's naked or anything like that, at least that I was aware of. But there was a community, there was a tribe. And you
Yeah.
want those things to be, you kind of feel that way all year long. You sort of like when you're Coachella, it's like, oh, I'm a Coachella person. And I think that's there. Like I'm a FRAC person. I'm a FRAC person as part of my identity. These are my people.
Yeah.
And we want that to be alive more than 2 days or 3 days.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. I
something that
love
you
it.
want people to feel on the days where they have a bad day, right? Or where they
Right.
have a tough client interaction, or where they
Yeah.
don't close the business, or
Hmm.
you need those people around you, like
Mm-hmm.
Behavioral psychology tells us
Mm-hmm.
that you
Mm-hmm.
need those humans
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
you to lift you up and support you and be there for you. Be there
Yeah.
for you to celebrate and be
Yep.
there for you when things aren't going so great.
That's absolutely it. We all need each other.
Yeah.
And for generations that came through the office and the logo and the team that you absorbed when you took a job. And that's changing. I mean, hey, listen, it is chaotic right now, but it does create opportunity. And there isn't anything about being in an office or working in a company that's anything special in terms of creating relationships. You know, you and I have developed a great relationship. We still haven't seen each other in person.
Right.
Like it's a we will, but
Oh,
you know, we
absolutely.
will. And it's a whole new world. And I'm so, and to sort of bring it around for people, I'm so excited for the next several years and chapter and the energy you're bringing. And I know not everybody has been part of, you know, how we put this together and all that, but know that I got energy, but I don't think I have anything compared to Meredith. So look for more of the energy to continue. And congratulations. And God, I'm so excited for what comes next.
Yeah. Same. Absolutely.
Oh man, let's go.